Hi, welcome back to my channel. Alright, I'm really excited to share this video with you. I'm actually going to be setting up my October bullet journal, and it's themed around the TV series Cobra Kai. I recently binged it, both seasons, in like 2 days, which is like really unusual for me because I don't usually binge watch TV shows, but I really love this, and I really hope that you love the spread, so let's get right into it. Welcome to my Cobra Kai themed bullet journal. Now, some of you may have not seen the show before, and if that is the case, first I highly recommend that you go give it a watch because it's so incredibly good. But on that note, I'm not going to actually include any spoilers in this voiceover, so don't worry about that. But seriously, after you watch this video, I highly recommend that you go check it out. It's on Netflix, it's really good, they're making a 3rd season, everything's gonna be good, okay? Okay, glad we're on the same page. So for the cover page, I did the logo of Cobra Kai, and Cobra Kai is the main character's dojo, the main character being Johnny Lawrence. I'm not gonna lie, drawing this was really difficult because the design was really intricate and the scaling was like really hard to achieve. However, once I started coloring it in, it really did hide any mistakes that I might have made, and it brought the whole piece together. If I'm being completely honest though, I'm not a fan of the main colors together, the red and the yellow. They remind me of Iron Man, which I mean Robert Downey Jr. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but for my bullet journal, it was really out there for a color choice compared to like any other spreads I've made. So I wasn't a huge fan of it, but also I wanted to make sure that I included a reference photo up on the screen of what each page was inspired by, because this setup feels very niche, and it feels like if you haven't seen the show, you won't get the references, and I don't want to leave y'all in the dark of what I was inspired by. So I'm gonna have little graphics up on the screen for you can see what the pages are inspired by. Okay, this is one of the pages where the reference photo is very important. But even with the reference photo, I do not like how it turned out, so I'm gonna speed through this really fast. But I wanted it to look like this wall with the red and black stripes on it that you can see, but it looks more like a Pokeball, if I'm being honest. Which again, isn't a bad thing, because I do love Pokemon. But it wasn't the goal of the spread at all. And by adding the red on the calendar for the numbers just made it worse, so I really wish I could just redo this spread completely to make it look better, cause yikes. Okay, now moving on from my absolute least favorite page to my absolute favorite page, which is my mood and habit tracker. This page was inspired by Daniel LaRusso's headband from the original Karate Kid, and I don't know why I say karate so weird, what the heck? Anyway, it was inspired by his headband from the original Karate Kid, and it also makes a cameo and a comeback in Cobra Kai, so that's why I included it. And I might be biased towards this spread because it is black and white, and that's a really hard color combo to mess up, but seriously, this spread was so fun to make. The Chinese written on the side, very crudely, mind you, this, don't even. They are actually the 2 rules of Miyagi-Do karate. Why do I keep saying karate so weird? I'm sorry. Miyagi-Do karate. Rule number 1 is karate is for self-defense only, and then rule number 2 is learn rule number 1, which I think is so funny. It cracks me up, so I wanted to make sure I included it. And I think that's the right quote. Don't come after me if I'm wrong, but I think that's correct. It's along the lines of that at least, okay? And then drawing all the dots on the top for the headband was really therapeutic, and I highly recommend doing it in your own bullet journal, just like making the dots bigger. It's so nice. Anyway, it did cramp my hand though, but moving on. Okay, I filled in my 9 habits after filming because I was changing up my habits since now I'm at college. Some of my old habits didn't need to be there, and I wanted to implement some new habits, if that makes sense. But I kind of forgot to do that before I started filming. And then same for the mood tracker, I didn't leave room to like write out all of my moods. I ended up drawing little smiley faces to depict each mood that I wanted to track, and those moods were happy, good, meh, unmotivated, stressed, and bad. is one of those yikes, I regret all of my decision moments, but as you can see, inspired by the mat at the All Valley Under 18 tournament that the characters compete in the original Karate Kid movie and in Cobra Kai again. If you look at it sideways, it's supposed to be a fist, and even though I hate the colors so much, I hate blue and gold in general, but it also is so inconsistent with the rest of the journal, it's functional, so I can't really complain. And then the next page also has the same inconsistency color palette errors, and that's actually my highlights page, and yes, it actually does say highlight instead of highlights. But after all the time I took to sketch out each letter and then realized I didn't have room for an S, I kind of was not in the mood to just re-sketch it out, so I kind of just left it. It is my journal, so it is what it is. The bonsai that I drew and the logo itself is actually Miyagi-Do Karate's logo, and I plan to write a line a day over top of it. And I did add the numbers on the left-hand side after filming because I forgot while filming, and if it wasn't evident before, I was a hot mess while recording this, so pardon me. I also included a place to track my bops and binges at the bottom in the same sort of font. Is actually pretty plain, not gonna lie, but it took an excessive amount of time to write out the quote at the bottom, which was surprising because it looks really simple. But anyway, it's the Cobra Kai motto: strike first, strike hard, no mercy. It's kind of a bad motto, but thought I'd include it. I just stuck with coloring the borders red because I wanted to stick with the original color palette because I already saw how the previous pages turned out when I didn't, and there isn't much else to say, so I am moving on to the quote page, which is also pretty simple, but I made it work with the color palette and actually like the quote. It's not like a no mercy type of quote, it's nice, like motivational. It says, if you're not strong on the inside, you can't be strong on the outside. And you know, it's true. I like it. Anyway, I would say that it was fun to make. I know it was fun to sketch out, but by the time I got to this last page in my bullet journal, I was so done with filming and doing art. It had been a ridiculous amount of time. I had spent so much time on these spreads and I wasn't even pleased with all of them. So it was really unmotivating to add any like extra oomph to it, you know, like shadows and little highlights and such. I just didn't. Okay, I was over it. But I like how it turned out. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I liked it at least more than my calendar or homework pages. Referring to the hot mess that I was while filming, I forgot to record a flip through until after I put all my decor away, so here's the final flip through. I promise my Instagram photos are gonna look so much better than this, so go follow me on Instagram if you don't already. Okay, bye. thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. It really means a lot, and also mean a lot if you would like and also comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the video and let me know what your favorite page was. Also consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see some college content and some more bullet journal videos. I'm really excited to keep continuing making these videos because they're absolutely my favorite. And also, if you don't already, do follow me on Instagram. I'm changing my layout. You don't really care, but it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be aesthetic. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!